This is a tutorial for Let There Be Peace on Earth. This is more of an intermediate, though not terribly difficult, but not quite a beginner song. So it's in 3/4, it's in the key of C. I'm just going to get started and then I will break the song down for you once you've heard how it goes. Here we go. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. Okay, so you may have seen a few new chords in there, but I'm going to start at the beginning. So it starts out pretty easily. Starts with a C, down, down, up, down on the C, 3rd fret, 1st string. Then you switch to the A minor, and I usually just reach over with my middle finger for that because the chord after the A minor is going to be a D minor. So keeping that in mind, I would go from the C to the A minor using my middle finger. And in this song, I'm going to switch between middle finger and index finger. So you might want to notate it on your music, unless you have no trouble getting to any chords. So from the C to the A minor, and then the D minor, right, which you place your ring finger behind that middle finger, and you put your index finger on the 1st fret, 2nd string, and it'll sound like this. Okay, so you're going C for a measure, reaching over for the A minor, then putting your other finger, leaving your middle finger in place and putting 2 other fingers down for the D minor. And then we're going to go to the G. And the G, sometimes people have a hard time getting from this position to the G. So I would think of it as dropping that middle finger down the fret, right? You're staying on the same fret to this 1st string, 2nd fret, and then putting your other 2 fingers in place, right? Middle finger, actually, there you go. That's the G. Okay. Middle finger on the 1st string, index on the 3rd string, same fret as the middle finger, and then, okay. So one more time. So from the C, reach over to the A minor, to the D, peace, and then drop your middle finger to put the G into place, earth, and then we get to play the same thing again. Let's see it be A minor again with D minor, me, and then to the G. Okay, so the first 2 lines, it's going to be C, A minor, D minor, G, and then repeat repeat. C, A minor, D minor, G. Now, this is where we're going to change, but it starts again with a C. Then we're going to go to C, C. And then we're going to an A minor 7, everybody's favorite chord. It's totally open, right? There, B. And now we're going to do the B7. If you're a beginner, you may never have encountered the B7 yet. And it's a stair step like this. Dun, dun, dun. And that's what it'll sound like. And I'm going to show it to you. I'll show you my little chart. That is a B7. And I have it next to the E minor because it's the same shape and it's going to be the next chord. So it's the same shape, but okay, look at my fingers. You put all your fingers down one string. So here you have 2, 3, 4, and then it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Okay, but the same exact position, same frets, just different strings. All right, so some of you, if you're a beginner, you might find this stair stepping a little complicated. However, the prior chord is an A minor 7. You have nothing going on. So think about, while you're doing your easy A minor 7, how you're going to put your fingers into place. And so you have plenty of time to get it there. So let there be peace. And there are 2 measures of this. So all that effort is at least used. And then we're going to drop to the E minor. And then back to the B7. And then back to the E minor. So you're just going dun, 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 dun. Okay, so let's go back to the C. Let, and then A minor 7 right there. B, and we get into the place for B7. P. Oh, I don't even know where I'm singing. Peace on earth, peace that was. B7 meant to E minor. B twice. And now we're going to the A minor. So here, you can do it any way you want. But here I typically, since my index finger is already on the 2nd fret, this time I usually reach across with my index finger for the A minor. And then from here, I'm also going to go back to the E minor. So it gives me some sort of, going from here back to the E minor. So, God as, and then to the E minor, our Father, twice. And then we go to the F. Okay, and it's not exactly the same, but it's kind of a similar position with these 2, right? Index finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and middle finger, 4th string, 2nd fret. But if you're intermediate, you probably already know an F. So, brothers, and then here we go, back to the G. Again, I lead with my middle finger. R, now we're to the C. C. And now I'm going to reach over with my index finger for the A minor because I'm going to go into the D after that. Walk with my, and then once again, we're dropping our middle finger into the G. Brother. And then again, index finger for the A minor in perfect. And the D. Harmony, G to G7. And if that's too complicated for you, just stay on the G for 2 measures. Okay, so I didn't say anything about the D. Some of you beginners do have a hard time cramming 3 fingers all onto one small area, and that would be everything on the 2nd fret, 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, right? And usually I kind of play down here with my wrist fairly straight, but when I have to cram a bunch of things in, I will pull my elbow out just a little so I can kind of pivot these guys and they fit a little more comfortably. Okay, so let's back up and go through that whole part where we start with the A minor 7. So So it's, sorry, the C. Let, A minor 7, there, B7, peace, B7 again, on earth, and then E minor, the peace, that was back to B7, then 2, back to E minor, B. Reach over for the A minor with your index finger with God as our Father. And then to the F, brothers, G, R, C. A minor, with the index finger, let me, and then the D, walk with my G, brother. A minor, again with your index finger, in perfect harmony, G7. Okay, now this is where we're going to get even more new chords. But once again, the first 2 lines are that nice familiar C, A minor, D minor, G pattern. So I'm not going to talk about that again. Just let's see, A minor, peace, B, D minor, begin with G, G. Let's see, this be the A minor moment now. Okay, we're going to go back to that C to A minor 7, B7 part with A minor 7, every B7 step, I B7 take, let E minor, this be my B7, solemn E minor, bow. Only this time now we're going to switch to the G7. So from E minor, so your index finger is going to be on the same string, so you can just slide this down and, oh, I lied. That's not true at all. Forget that. Nothing's on the same. I guess no, not even your middle finger. So this is the G7. I usually think of the G as the inverted triangle and the G7 as the triangle. Second string, third string, first string. And these 2 on the same fret, the 2nd fret. Okay. All right, here we go. So now we're getting into the climax of the song. So we use the G7 to enter into it. So it's, and here we go to C. Take each moment and then here we're going to use a C augmented. It's a lovely chord that I've probably never used in any of the song. So take your index finger and bring it over here. Some people need to use the pinky for the C, for the C here, right, to reach over. But if you're using this and you can reach over like that, right? So let's go back to the C. To take each moment and C augmented, live each moment and F, peace, eternal D, leave. Now back to the C, let E7, right? Pointer on the 1st fret, 4th string, middle finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret, ring finger, 1st string, 2nd fret. So it'll sound like, there be. Now A minor, and you can either use your middle finger or slide your index finger, either one. Peace on, and then back to C, earth, and then the D minor, let it be G, in with, and then we have one last new chord. It's the C sus4. So drop to the C position and then add your index finger, 2nd string, 1st fret. So you get a lot of these nice little suspendeds in church type songs, and I guess this is a church type song. Right, it's sort of the amen chord. So it's nice to put it in. If it's too much for you, then just go straight to the C and stay on the C. All right? But it's nice. It's not terribly difficult. You just have to remember to do yet another chord. All right, so let's go through the whole song. I'll call out the chords. You're probably still trying to wrap your head around all these multiple chords. Here we go. So, but the basic structure is relatively simple. So let's start with a C. Down, down, up, down. Here we go. C, E, A minor, which I want to use my middle. D minor. Drop the middle finger to G and C. A minor, D minor, G, C, A minor 7, getting ready for the B7, 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 E minor, B7, E minor, A minor, oh, there's a second A minor there. It's not in the music. A minor, E minor, E minor, F, G, C, C, A minor, D, G, G, A minor, D, G, G7, C, A minor, D minor, G, C, A minor, D minor, G, C, A minor 7, get ready for the B7, 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 E minor, B7, E minor, getting ready for G7, oops, to C, C, getting ready for the augmented all the way over here, H, one more moment, and then to F, please, eternally. That's a D, sorry. D minor. Oh, whoops. Sorry. D is looking at the wrong line. Now to C. C, E7. Right, usually when I do the C, I just slip up to E7, A minor, C, D minor, G, C sus 4. All right, so I think the first half is relatively straightforward. Let's just play the second half. I'm going to do it very slowly, and this will be a good way for you to sort of practice and play along with me. Okay. And I can't remember if I mentioned, but this music is on the drive. There might be a chord missing. Yes, there is an A minor missing in there. That's so annoying. And if you're not in my group and you want this music, I'm happy to send it to you. But don't put a message on YouTube because I don't see those things ever. I almost never look at my Gmail. So send it to me at hermhawk@aol.com. That's HERMHAWK@aol.com, and I'll be happy to send you the music. I wish I could tell you that you can just find this music anywhere, but I actually had a really hard time finding the chords. And once I found them, they had to be adjusted again and again and again. And now it's finally in a place where I'm happy with it. I mean, there was no C augmented or C sus4, which I think were pretty necessary anyway. But here we go. Starting with the C, it's the second half where it's let peace begin with me. Here we go, and I'll do it slowly. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Sounds a lot better when I'm doing it with a bunch of people. Anyway, so good luck. You can email me with any questions.